Alright, what's going on, everyone? JJ Wilson here. A little pressed for time. We're going to make a short review on this other comic provided by Red Crow Comics, simply called Salta. And I like this comic. It's another one of those interesting comics. This time we have a female protagonist. The other comic I did was Bermuda City. And that was kind of based on the author who produced it, and this is another one of his comics here. So briefly I'll show you guys some images of it and let you kind of see what it's all about. So from what I could gather, basically it's about this woman named her first name is kind of hard to pronounce. It starts with a G. Her last name is Hens. So basically it seems like she was dreaming of the past. Like, I'm guessing she has some type of power where she can go back in time in her dreams or whatever, and she can fight off, I guess, demons and whatnot. She appears to be like a archaeologist of some type too. So basically she's at her funeral. And I know she briefly talked about her grandmother, who I guess she took up after her occupation as far as like finding ancient weapons and artifacts and things of that nature. So she's talking with this guy who happens to be the royal court of the Spanish Empire. And I also noticed they briefly mentioned Hernando Cortez, and he's a real person. He's a Spanish conquistador. I guess somehow that man was affiliated with him, but they're saying something happened to him. Something mysterious happened to him and he died, so he never could go back to Spain, because he went to Mexico and took over him and his guys, they successfully conquered Mexico City and whatnot. So going back to the story, so eventually something happens, and there was like an intruder, like this old lady. She turned into one of them demons, and so Miss Hen started fighting those demons. That one demon, she started fighting her, and the next thing you know, it's over, and now the guy's questioning her. It's like, you must not be related to so-and-so at this funeral, so tell me who you really are. And then she's noticing one of the weapons he has, and it's like, that dagger you hold is no ordinary weapon, so why don't you tell me what you're doing with that? So because of that dispute, he decides to throw her, I guess, kind of keep her under house arrest. And so sometime later she meets this little girl, and the girl's asking her about her uncle. And this kind of confused me. Was that her, was that like her that guy's niece that she was talking about? I'm thinking that's who it was. So anyway, she's like, I didn't do anything, and I'm gonna get you out of here. And the little girl didn't want to leave, so she said, you should get some rest. And then she sprays her with this powder, and she puts her to sleep. And then there's this mysterious figure again. She coming here congratulating the little girl for putting Miss Hens to sleep, and then next thing you know, she was waking up in her present time. And so she's slow to get out of bed, and she's checking her phone messages and whatnot, because she must have had a very long day doing whatever. And there's a ancient not an ancient organization, but there's this company I guess she's affiliated with, or maybe they're kind of questioning her about something, some type of artifact that went missing all of a sudden called Pyramid. And then the doorbell rings, she answers that, and and funny enough, she grabs her pistol because she doesn't know what's going on. She knows what's going on, she's just kind of very protective. So she opens the door, and this one of her friends, Farah, who was worried about her, they were calling to see why she wasn't answering her phone and all that stuff. And next thing you know, these two men in black show up, and they're from that organization, Pyramid. And Miss Hens is like, something's not right, and so she's asking them who they are. She's putting a gun at them, and then the craziest thing happened. Her friend Farah, she turns into the very demon that I guess was in her dreams, Miss Hens' dreams, and she easily kills these cops. She just killed them like it was nothing. And then next thing you know, Miss Hens is like, what did you do to my friend? And the father's like, oh, well, she's in a better place. So I don't know if she got killed or what, but after that, they kind of got into it a little bit more, and she Miss Sims tried to shoot him up again. You know that didn't work, and next thing you know, he's escaping. And then I think that's the end of the comic there, where the actual police show up. And so Miss Sims is like, she's kind of disappointed she couldn't get after this demon. So that's pretty much what the comic is about. Still a lot of questions I like to have. Hopefully if this reaches out to the creator about it. And I'm definitely looking forward to see what goes on ahead. And I put the link in the description box to where I found this comic and the developer's website who made it. And I got a jet, so I'll check you guys later.